Okay, hello everyone. I'm going to try and do a little bit of a tutorial on how to make a simple bush mission. And of course I'm using I'm not using the wonderful BushMissionGen. Find on Nexus, Nexus mods. I'm sure if you search for either, Bush Mission or Mission, you'll find this program. It's a great program. Uh, it does a lot of the work that's very difficult, and you'll see me use it here shortly. So I'll leave that. I'll put that in the description when I get done. You'll need that program, and then you'll also need some program to make a flight plan. I don't know that you can even make a legitimate decent flight plan. I use Little NavMap, that you can use Sky Vector or anything. You need something that'll save as a Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 plan. I guess I should have gotten a link for Little NavMap. I'll do that before I'll post that as well. Those are the only two programs I need outside. Alright, now I'm going to start, it happens to be mine, so I'm going to set that as a departure. Just creating a flight plan. And let's set, yeah, I'm just making this up. So now we have a flight plan to there, only we're going to go to Stillwater. Since this is a bush trip, we're going to put a couple of waypoints. So that we're following this road, and that'll get us to Stillwater, following the street. I have this, and you do need, one of the quirks is you do need at least one waypoint in between each mission objective. So, but we're just making this up. We'll just not sure how you're going to take off. Well, we'll put it here. And we're just going to follow this. Oh, wait. So, just go like that. There is actually a road here. You can barely see it. And then a road that'll take you right back out to there. Alright, now there's my flight plan. This is the actual bush mission that I'll have. It'll have 2 legs. And it looks good enough for this test, so we'll export that. Oh, wait a minute. What do we got here? Let's we're at 1,000, so we'll go to 5. That's not really critical. I was just getting an error here. That's not at all critical. You don't see any of that in the mission. So, and here's my flight plan. There we go. And we just save that. I can get out of this. Now I'll copy, cut, or paste this into our bush mission. A lot of these are extra files, but you just put this in this mission. You don't have to put it here, I guess. I don't know. I just do because it's easy. And then convert PLN to input file. Now this input file is specific to the program, but we'll select Guthrie. This is our new one. Open that file. Now you can add stuff here, but I don't even bother yet. and I do text, and that's it. Okay, I'll close this out, and then we have a text file. It's the same name as our plan, and here's all the stuff that you can change. Here's the route, and this is where it gets tricky, is you have to add description stuff to here. This is your text that you'll see in game. But first, we'll go ahead and tooltip is what showed this. Okay, here's a couple of things. This part, the tooltip, is what'll show in game as like the first opening screen, I think. We'll see. All right, tooltip here. All right. Description is what shows in the load screen of the is what'll show in the load screen when you go to the Bush missions. You go to activities, then Bush missions. This is the title. The description is the title that, or no, it's what shows below the title on that screen. And we'll just leave welcome as you don't need, I don't know why I'm doing all this extra, but well. Project, let's name this the naming here is rather important. You want all no capitals, no spaces, and they prefer you use like a company name, some descriptive. I don't know exactly what they call it. All right. Alright, so we've got all the top done. Now here's where it gets a little difficult. And that's, you just have to do these add text or whatever. I'm not going to be doing any, but and you can comment, you can also separate. So here's leg 1 and here's leg 2. I even like to use like comment leg 1. But it's not necessary. That just helps me keep from getting confused, because you see where it says KSOW? When you go out here to the description, this should be landing instructions. You will actually see this at the bottom of the leg 1 selection, and that's why I separate it, so that I know for sure I'm getting my text in the right direction, in the right location. And I closed out my map, which I guess I should have left open. It'll help me make up some temporary text. Okay. So here, this is the first POI in leg 1. We're going to actually use takeoff instructions here. Okay. And that's take off, follow the road till you see the legs. Well, you can't see them in this picture. That's actually, yeah, there's a big lake you'll be able to see, and there's actually, there it is. You can see those lakes right about the time you get to this road. I don't remember, what is that, Highway 53? Yeah, 51. Okay. This one is just below the, I'm not sure what this description is. I've tried it and it doesn't seem to show up anywhere. Same with this one. If you put anything here, it doesn't show up. This one does show up somewhere, but I forget at this moment. Alright, so the last waypoint here, I'll just say turn left and land. Like I said, this is and this will be the last one you see. I'm not really trying to, but I'm trying to show how you do the text. Not really like this isn't going to be a good mission as far as text. I'm not real good with the text anyway. Trying to do better on my next ones. Alright, and then we're here. We're gonna see the first one you actually see is this one, but you see it before you ever take off. So this will be again, my map will help me here. 8 miles to Highway 64. I said this is not the greatest. Alright, and then this one is actually, again, it's the airport, but you'll see it before you actually get there. So then I'll write something for the last one so we can see these again. Okay, because I don't want to spend more time. All right, and that's it. Now, the only other issue is this heading, and I have had that bug. In other words, I've had to go back and redo the entire thing because I started off crooked on the thing. So we're gonna hope that works. You can change the aircraft here if you know how to do that. I usually get rid of a couple extra lines just because I like to. And that's it. Now, it's kind of odd, but I build it twice. Now that I have the data in there, now I'll come in here and select that sample that we just okay, I'm getting confused. Right, that's the one. Make sure I'm. Oh, I should have. I normally edit that to 01 on, but alright, get that. And you generate. I don't know what that means. But anyway, that gives you this. Notice where I put EZR Guthrie tutorial, that becomes the name. And here's your project and your source files. Now at this point you should go in here and change these. But you probably don't know what to change them to yet. Normally, like KSO, I just take a snapshot of the runway. 229 OK. Same thing, I would just take a snapshot. This is what'll show on the Bush Missions button. When you go to Activities, Bush Mission, and you look at the selections, this is the picture that will show when you're looking at that button. Loading screen is the picture that will show after you click start. It's actually the loading screen for the mission. So and I'll show you how that works. Let's see, can I steal one? Steal some from my previous ones for those. I have some that push trips from this one. Fine. So you can see here they're just all except for two, this one and this one, they're all the same. So I'm gonna copy this load screen just because I like it, and it'll give us something more than default. Oh, I don't like that one for the other one. That one has a, and I'll copy this widget, and that's the wrong widget. Third one, I know I have three in here. What the? That down there, I must have changed something. Yeah, that'll work. It has a name of a different mission, but I'm getting off track here. That's not what I need. Yeah, I guess it is. Just so we can see it. I am not a graphics guy, as you can see. And we'll be able to see that and all, but who cares? Alright, and then these would just be like this. They would just be a picture of a runway, just a screenshot, named appropriately, sized appropriately. Okay, so I think, let's see, let me look at my notes. Okay, some other things. You can change the weather if you want to If you want a different weather, then I think this gives you just scattered clouds. You can just any weather preset, rename the weather and replace that weather. Uh, you can also touch up here. Don't mess with these odd stuff. I wouldn't. So now we take. Oh, I'm in the wrong. Now we are in here. Output. EZR tutorial. So we take this. Now you can do it from right here if you want to use it. I always go and put them in my projects folder. So Guthrie tutorial. We are now ready to compile it. So this is something else I want to try and figure out. I'm sure that it can be done just with a command line without actually having to start the game and compile it. But hopefully. The only real bitch I've run into is if at this point you've already put text in and you change the flight plan. So you find something that's not just right and you want to change your flight plan and you move a waypoint or whatever. When it regenerates that file, it doesn't save the text. So be sure to, before you recreate the Bush Mission generator text file, the input file, be sure to copy out your old one, create the new one, and then you can copy your text back into the new one. First time I did that, it really borked me. I had all the text done. I overwrote that file, and it was a lot of work to make up new text when I had already done it. So just a heads up there. This might mess up my recording. Hopefully not. Nope, you still have my voice, so might not be hearing the game, but that's fine. And we're basically done with it. That was the tutorial. I mean, now I'm just going to build the project, which is literally open it, hit build, and then exit the game. And then I'm going to put it in there and try it out, make sure it shows up. But other than waiting on my slow hard drive, we're pretty much done. The mission is actually ready to build and usable as soon as I build it, so we'll see. Hopefully it works. I'd hate to do a tutorial and fail. I guess I can call it a tutorial on what not to do if that happens. For me, doing any kind of add-ons or mods is this right here. A lot of it. Sitting here waiting on the. Actually, something seems to be odd. Huh? Come on. Haven't done anything since yesterday. Oh, it's loading. I'm not getting the screens here. That's weird. I'm gonna give it a minute. what's going on. I had my all updated with the latest update, even updated the sceneries and stuff that weren't working. Had everything working. Now I'm seeing something. That's odd. I don't know what that. There we go. I didn't see any of the preview stuff. Huh. Alright. Wait. Back. Options marketplace is gone. Wow. We definitely have some issue here. I'll have to look into that. I'm not going to mess with it now. I don't, that's it. I just need to open this project. Alright, and we have the project open. We're on the correct project. Make sure you're selected there. Inspector. And build. And you'll always get errors. I don't know why. The way to tell and see if it worked. Still in there. Let's go right here. And we have a new directory here and here. And right there's the actual package. Okay, so it definitely worked. Let's exit the game. See, I'm gonna go ahead and turn dev mode back off. Alright, and then I'm going back to my packages directory. In case you missed that. Right to where I copied this package in here, and I now have 2 extra directories. This is the one we need. Obviously, this is our mission with our layout manifest. Everything looks good. I usually, let's see. This is where I would do fine tuning. Like if I wanted to change the aircraft or whatever. If I had forgotten, I'd double check and make sure everything's the way I want. We're gonna copy that into my add-ons. I'll just throw it in the root. I use add-on linker, so if you're unfamiliar with that, you gotta check it out. Really nice. Allows you to organize. This isn't about the linker, but I'll just go ahead and throw this in there. Allows you to update your, to organize your scenery any way you want to. Like all my bush missions are in here. My miscellaneous scenery, specific for Bush League stuff, specific airports, and I can then get out of that. I don't know how to get rid of that. I've done that before. I don't know when I try to grab it. There we go. No. Anyway, yeah, I'll activate that mission. It'll be the same thing as copying it into your community folder. Okay, don't worry about all this. It has nothing to do with the game. Just put that folder in directly in your community folder, like you would normally any this. From the tutorial package, that right there is the add-on that goes in your community folder, which is basically what I did with the add-on linker. Now we should see it in game, and it should be a flyable mission. But yeah, that little program sets everything up so that the triggers and everything can be read and created by the SDK correctly. So it's a great big help, does a lot. And again, I'm not specifically promoting that Bush mission generator, although I do use it and I can uh, without promoting it, I can certainly give it a good review and suggest using it. Not that I'm not promoting it. So the creator is a nice guy. I've actually talked to him in comments back and forth with Bush Missions, and he himself has done several Bush Missions, likely a lot better than mine. I mean, I'm not, like I say, I'm not super creative with the text and the instructions. For me, I don't even use them. I never even look at them because I'm terrible with written directions. I mean, it just, yeah, that's not for me. I mean, I know some people like it as a challenge. I'm having issue. I guess I should have waited until I got done. I'm uploading a video here, so things may not work exactly right. We'll go to Bush Trips. Here it is. Guthrie tutorial mission. And there's your description text. As I said, that's, see, like that, that's what you would place. This one, and this one are ones I've already created. Not great, they work. And let's go ahead and load in. And here's where it says welcome. That would be your, here, I guess I should open that file so you can see the actual locations. Here's the welcome, so it's the intro that you would want to use for that. And then yeah, the description text would be what we saw on the back screen. Right there. And we'll go ahead and start. And here's your load screen. You notice that the widget was the first one I moved over, and this is your first. Oh, there's some other things. After it's built, you can go in and you can actually change this stuff, which is kind of neat. You know, what's being displayed on this load screen. Hand it over here while he doesn't have any means in that program to edit it. But if you go into the mission, here's my imagine this is my community folder. Then you go in this mission, and you see, is it a FLT? Yeah, it's right here is your loading tips, and this is the one that is comparable to. Did I? He only has a line for one of them in this Bush mission, and I'm trying to figure out which one. I hope I'm not confusing people. Okay, it's this tooltip text. Anything you write here, and I don't know that we saw it, but that ends up right here through this stuff. I'm incorrect. That ends up as tips 01. You can actually write anything you want here, and it'll work. An example. show you an example in one of my other ones. You just go in here to the FLT, scroll down, and here's your tips. So you can add these tips, and it'll say this at the bottom of the load screen as it's loading instead of what's there. I've had some issue. I think there's some kind of limitations and stuff with them, but alright, well that's it. I'm not actually going to fly the mission, because that's it'll work. Oh, here we go. And here's the text that we added in. Take off, turn before the legs, and follow counting. I should have put to the right, obviously. And then that would be KSWO, which is our first stop, Stillwater. And it should have a picture, but I didn't bother doing that. But yeah, that's basically it. Here's your mission. This is a 2-leg mission. Just a tutorial, and that's it. I hope I covered everything, and I hope maybe that this will help others if they wish to create missions. There is, I mean, it's not easy. For me, the biggest issue was keeping up with where the text went. So as you see, I like to separate that stuff, you know, using comments and even spacing the wrong file. So, you know, and that would be, yeah, in this text it creates, you know, I separate it like this. Usually I actually even separate it one more like this, so that while I'm over here trying to write, I can tell where I'm at as far as which like that. I could rebuild, but you have to rebuild to add or change text, and if you redo the flight plan, then you have to rebuild this file. Sure, and copy it out, because it's what happens if you rebuild this file, it goes back to default, and all your text gets lost. So you want to copy it out so you can replace this whole section. You don't have to re-edit everything. Same, you don't have to type in or copy in text. You at least have a place to copy it in. Alright, well I'm going to end that there. Hopefully that'll help somebody if they're trying to figure out how to use that. And y'all have a great day, and stay careful out there with everything happening. I'll see you soon.